Hello everyone, welcome back to e-classes of Statistics Standard 11th. In this video, we are going to start a new chapter, chapter number 3, Measures of Central Tendency. So let's have a look on meaning of measures of central tendency. Let's read the meaning of measures of central tendency. The central value around which the values of the variable are concentrated is called as measures of central tendency. That means they give us an idea about the concentration of the values in the central part of the distribution. And measures of central tendency are usually called as the averages. Measures of central tendency provide information about typical or average values of a data set. Mean, median, and mode are the most commonly used measures of the central tendency. It is unique that a data set has one and only one mean. The value of the mean is influenced by all the observations in the data set. Measures of central tendency is very important as it helps to find representative value. It helps to make more concise data and it also helps to make comparisons. It is also important as it is helpful in further statistical analysis. So, measure of central tendency is any single value that is used to identify the center of the data or the value, and it is also usually called averages. Now, let us understand the meaning of averages. Average is what? A measure representative for the whole set of data and representing an essence of a main characteristics of the data is called average. Its measure being in the center of the data is known as measure of central tendency. Now, let's understand the characteristics of an ideal average. First point, clear and precise. An ideal average definition should be clear and precise. Second point, easy to calculate. It should be easy to understand too and easy to calculate too. Third point, based on all observations. An ideal average is the average which is based on all the observations of the data. Fourth point, a stable measure. An ideal average is the average which is always a stable measure. Fifth point, algebraic operations. It is suitable for further algebraic operations. Sixth point, less affected. It is less affected by too large or too small observations. Seventh point, data analysis. An ideal average is useful for analysis of the data. Eighth point, real measure. An ideal average is a real measure. So here we are done with the characteristics of an ideal average. Now let's have a look on types of measures of central tendency. So here are the types of measures of central tendency. First, arithmetic mean or mean. Second, geometric mean. Third, median, quartiles, deciles, percentiles. Fourth, mode. So these are the topics on which we are going to do the sums in this chapter. Here in the picture you can see which are the measures of central tendency. Mean, median, mode. Median means the middle value of the data. Mean means the average of the data. Mode means most commonly occurring value. So in our next video, we are going to study about all these three measures of central tendency in detail, and also we are going to solve the sums related to these topics. Till then, revise the meaning of measure of central tendency and characteristics of an ideal average. Thank you.